Shalom from Jerusalem. We're in day 355 of this terrible war that started practically on October 7th. But now Israel has declared victory over Gaza, even though we still have some troops, some soldiers inside, because Israel still has not recovered the hostages, and there's still some Hamas terrorists inside that have not surrendered. And Sinwar is also the mastermind of the whole massacre of October 7th, still not captured. And so, but Israel has mostly control of the strip, of the Gaza Strip. So they've left some troops, some soldiers, but their focus has now shifted on the northern part, on the northern border with Lebanon. Here's a map with Lebanon. Israel is down here. And for the last 11 months, since October 8th, Hezbollah has been launching rockets and missiles. In fact, they've launched 8,800 rockets and missiles since October 8th. 325 people have been injured and 48 people have been killed. 190 million square meters of territory or ground have been burned. In other words, these are the crops. These are the lifeline of many of these farmers. Their crops have been burned. Their land have been burned. And roughly about 100,000 people have been evacuated from the little towns that are pretty close to the border with Lebanon. So I wanted to make you understand that this war is not with the people of Lebanon. It's not with the civilians, just like in Gaza. This war is a war against the terrorist group Hezbollah, which is supported and funded by the Iranian regime. And this terrorist group has a lot of control. They're part of the government of the Lebanese government, of the Lebanese country. They've taken they have a lot of power in that country. They've pretty much they have them pretty much in chains, if I could say. They need to be freed from this terrorist group. And so this terrorist group is pretty much sacrificing the country of Lebanon, the people, because of the hatred that they have against Israel. In the southern part of Lebanon, there's a big population, Christian Catholic population. However, in the old days, in the 80s, the 80% of Lebanon was Christian Catholic. Now, 80% is Muslim. But so a lot of the Christian population is down here. The terrorist group Hezbollah has been launching their rockets and missiles from the southern part of Lebanon, where there's a big population, Christian population, Christian Catholic population. And these people don't have any conflict. They don't have anything against Israel. In fact, they feel like they're caught in between the whole situation, and they just want to be left alone. They don't want to be a part of this conflict. And so there's this graphic that has been made. Here you can see all the little towns around the right along the border with Israel. And what the Hezbollah terrorist group does is they put these armaments, all these rockets, inside people's homes, inside these buildings, and whenever they want to launch them, they just get them out of the house and they launch it. There it is. This is a missile ready to be launched. And here's another graphic. See, it goes inside a building, and you zoom into this building, you can see this missile right there, which is called the DR-3 cruise missile. This missile is the one that they killed the 12 kids in Majd al-Shams, the northern part of Israel, and injured about 24 of them. So this is what Israel is facing. And so because these buildings have all these armaments, there's a lot of weapons. They store a lot of weapons in their in these buildings, in these houses. So therefore, when Israel bombs some of these places that are they see that are about to be launched, they see that some rockets are about to be launched from these places, or they've had a lot of time to see where the threats are coming from, where some of these missiles are. So when they hit some of these places, you can tell that it's not only one boom, but there's a lot of explosions. So it ignites a lot of these weapons that are stored inside these houses and inside these buildings. And I put it closer so you can see what's going on right there. See right here? Boom, 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 boom. So it's not just one explosion. It's a lot, because look, even this one has. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is a crime, because you're using civilians to kind of like guard. You're putting your weapons among civilians, and that is not. That's kind of crazy. And so what Israel does is they send in leaflets warning people to withdraw because they're about to target this area, or they say, if you know that you're close to one of these weapons, leave for your security and the security of your family. So that's what they've been doing. And it's crazy because for the past 11 months, Israel has tolerated this, focused more on Gaza, but Lebanon has been launching, and Israel would kind of retaliate in small ways. But now all the focus is on Lebanon, because they need to withdraw or get rid of, eliminate this threat that we have up in the northern border. There's almost 100,000 people evacuated from their homes. Some of these homes have been burned, have been destroyed, but a lot of these people, about 100,000 people, are living all over the country in hotels, in kibbutzes, in wherever they will have them, in camps. They've been like this for 11 months, and who's going to live like that? If some towns around the southern part of Texas, the United States, were being bombed by terrorists from Mexico, the United States are not just gonna ignore it and let the rockets continue daily. Sometimes these barrages are like 30 at a time, 40, 60, 80, 100, 200, 300 at a time. And so people have to constantly be going to the bomb shelter to hide. And thank God for these bomb shelters, and thank God for the Iron Dome, because that's what has been protecting our people. And obviously God has been protecting these people. But Israel cannot live like this. So therefore they've decided that they're going to eliminate this threat. Hezbollah is not supposed to be close to the border with Israel. That zone is supposed to be demilitarized according to UN resolution. They're not supposed to be close to the border with Israel. So what's crazy is that the United Nations has called an emergency meeting in order to discuss the situation with Lebanon. Wow. Now that Israel is attacking these sites, they're not attacking the civilian population. Now that Israel has decided to eliminate this threat, the UN is saying, oh, we got to discuss the situation in Lebanon, which is crazy because how come they didn't call an emergency meeting when Hezbollah started launching rockets and missiles for 11 months? And so what, the lives of Israel doesn't matter? And so they've been calling, they want, especially like the United Nations and Joe Biden, they say that even though the situation has gotten worse, it can have a diplomatic solution. But this is ridiculous because what diplomatic solution? They've had 11 months to come up with a diplomatic solution, but there is no diplomatic solution. Israel has been waiting for almost a year for a diplomatic solution. So now they're going to take things in their own hands and have decided to eliminate this threat on their own terms. So that's what's going on in here in Israel, and I wanted to try to explain a little bit of what's going on. Maybe tomorrow or some other day I can discuss the Beeper situation. But that's it for now. May the Lord bless you. Shalom from Jerusalem.